What is up, everyone? Zach here, bringing you another Team Taste game of the day. You want taste? Today, on the left, we have Josh playing Golisopod, and on the right, we have Zach playing Gardevoir Glade Octillery. So this starts our Burning Shadows hype. So we're going to be doing a lot of testing, getting ready for Worlds, getting ready for the Anaheim Open, all that fun stuff. Josh is really liking Golisopod, but we're still not sure if he can hit the numbers right. Gardevoir just hits numbers so hard out of nowhere so quickly. It's really good. So Zach's just going to go ahead, Lele for Bridget, the standard nowadays. Getting out a second Remoraid and 2 Ralts. My guess is Zach probably has a Ralts prized, or he will want for that third one. Unless he was really afraid of Josh getting that Guzma on the Remoraid. Josh is just going to draw, attach the Wimpod, and pass. Zach's going to go ahead, Sycamore, trying to find his the Gardevoirs. There we go. So Zach's going to go ahead, attach Fairy Energy to the Ralts. And he's going to smack him for 10. Ralts' attack, I believe, does 10 and heals 10. So Josh is just going to go ahead, Heavy Ball. Looks like he's probably going to be able to get somewhere this turn. He might have been holding back if he didn't have Forest and had some Golisopods in hand. But my guess is he has at least something. So, alright, so for those not aware, Golisopod for a single energy does 30 plus 90 if Golisopod was on the bench during the turn. So Josh is just going to go ahead, evolve up, switch, and then the Golisopod will hit that 90 damage, or 120 damage, actually. Zach's going to go ahead, Rare Candy, looking to get that Gardevoir out. Now, Gardevoir does, for a single Fairy Energy, does 30 times the number of energies attached to both Pokemon, and its ability, Secret Spring, attaches Fairy from your hand to any one of your Pokemon. So, and it stacks. You can get, like, multiple Gardevoirs out, then just be throwing the energy on the field. So that's how Zach got that DCE Fairy Energy, and he's just going to hit that Golisopod for 150. Yep. Josh looks like he got a Lele. Going to grab that Sycamore. He also has that Float Stone, so he can retreat into the other Golisopod and slap for 120. If he gets a Choice Band, he can hit for the 150. Then he has Lurantis's, the promos that add 20 damage, so then he can start hitting for 170, 190. Yep, so Josh is going to go ahead, attach a Choice Band, evolve up another Golisopod. And now Josh is just trying to play that sustained game. He has some max potions in his deck. Going to just try not to get one hit. So, Zach attaches that double colorless and then ends. So right now, Zach is hitting for 210 damage. Perfect knockout on that Golisopod. That's going to put Zach in a weird position because he knows he's going to get return knocked out. And Josh has that Float Stone available to him to retreat into the Golisopod. Zach's going to Rescue Stretcher that Ralts back onto the bench. Doesn't look like... gonna Abyssal Hand for 1. I thought he was just taking cards from his deck. Then, yep, Zach's just going to infinite something. Gonna knock out the Golisopod regardless. So now Josh knows he's in a decent position. He's going to be taking his prizes this turn. So Josh going to Revitalizer, get that Wimpod back, attach an energy, and then going to Sycamore, a couple VS Seekers who... Josh's deck's playing a couple DCEs, but not many. Oh, there's the Max Potion, getting rid of all that damage. Taking that Guzma play away from Zach if Josh retreats. And then Josh is going to Super Rod. Probably throw energy. Yep, energies and another Golisopod back into the deck. Josh is still trying to find those Lurantis promos to add the damage. It's not really necessary right now, but it might make a difference in a bit. So Josh is going to go ahead, promote that Golisopod, and take the knockout, going down to 3 prizes. Zach's going to draw. He really needs that Gardevoir out this turn, so Zach's going to VS Seeker for the Skylift, probably going to go grab that candy again. Exactly what he did. And then he's going to evolve up, probably attach a couple energies and whap him for another 90 damage or so. Yep, going to Rare Candy, Use Secret Spring. Ooh, looks like Zach has an energy retrieval in hand. Yep, gonna energy retrieval, a couple fairies back to his hand. Gonna attach for turn. Looks like Zach played a Deontay down. This deck's playing one Deontay. For a single fairy energy, it evolves a Pokemon onto your bench. I'm still not sure how I feel on it. It kind of, getting it into the active's kind of hard turn one. But if it starts there, it's great. Yep, I'm just going to slap Josh for 90. Josh is going to go ahead. He's actually going to play Acerola to pick up that Golisopod. Now, the Acerola it kind of acts like an AZ, but all cards go to your hand. And you have to have damage on your Pokemon. So Josh is just playing that sustain game still, trying to prevent the knockouts. Zach's going to go ahead, evolve up into Gardevoir, Secret Spring twice. He still has an energy attached for turn also. And then going to Sycamore. He can still... I'm not sure if he can one-hit that Golisopod this turn. I think it's out of possibilities right now. So Zach's going to go ahead, play a Fairy Garden down, giving him free retreat. Gonna attach return onto that Lele. Gonna free retreat back into that other Gardevoir, trying to prevent Josh from taking the prizes and hit for another 90. Let's see what Josh has going on. He's gonna Kooky, doing plus 20 damage. I still don't think he has any way of one-shotting this Gardevoir, but he's gonna set it up for some nice numbers. Josh gonna go ahead, play down Force Giant Plants. He really wishes he hit those earlier in the day. But kind of just serves as a counter stadium now. Now, I believe that Golisopod has a float stone on him. Yep. And then he's gonna go ahead, hit for 170. Yep. The 30 from the Choice Band and the 50 from the Kooky. Zach's gonna go ahead, play Fairy Garden down, attach to the Lele with Secret Spring. Gonna VS Seeker. Grabbing an N and playing it again. He keeps ending Josh down to low cards, hoping he doesn't hit anything. Or now Zach's probably going to try hit for this Golisopod and hope he can't retreat it in any way. Zach's still going to get 4, and he still has a Abyssal Hand available to him. Zach's going to go ahead, Field Blower. Going to Abyssal Hand, grab a couple cards, attach a DCE to the Lele. So now he's going to use that free retreat from Fairy Garden and energy drive that Golisopod for 100. Yep, 100. So leaving him with 110 in easy KO range. Let's see if Josh got anything off that end. Looking for some sort of VS Seeker or supporter. Looks like Josh just max potions. And then he's going to have to pass. Has nothing else in his hand available to him. So Zach knows he doesn't want to end. But looks like Zach has some fun in his hand, but so Zach's just gonna go ahead, energy drive for 80, leaving that Golisopod like 130. Yep. So Zach has that fairy energy. He could probably just retreat. Nope, he'd still be short with the knockout. He's gonna Acerola up the Gardevoir. Gonna attach to the Ralts, attach to the Gardevoir. Once you get a couple Gardevoir set up, the energy just keeps flowing onto the bench. It's so nice. And then he's going to energy drive again, hoping that Josh continues this trend of dead drawing. Ooh, it looks like Josh top decked that Guzma. Yep, he's going to Guzma out that Gardevoir and knock it out. I think Zach probably should have Acerola up that Gardevoir the turn before he didn't support her. I'm not sure if it was in his hand, but put him in a weird spot now. So, looks like... I think if Zach attaches an energy, he can take the knockout on the Golisopod. Yep, exactly what he's going to do. Oh, and then Zach's going to end Josh down to 1 card. So, he's going to need to get some sort of energy card, or... I think, like, energy choice band on the Lele would knock out Zach's Lele. So Josh has a lot of outs. He gets 1 card. And then he gets his top deck. Zach's going to Abyssal Hand. And then he's going to take the knockout with Energy Drive. Josh promotes a Lele. Oh, he top decks the Guzma. Does he have the energy? He does. And he takes the game, hitting that poor little Deontay for 120. So, yeah, this is the start of our Burning Shadows coverage. We have a bunch coming up. I like these few decks. Golisopod seems to be underwhelming most of the time, but it can just steal games like that. It hits so consistent, especially early on if you're trying to set up. But remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what decks you guys want to see in the comments below. Probably gonna play, make some sort of Greninja, more Gardevoir, lots of Gardevoir, maybe some Metagross again. But later, guys.